Hi, this week it's week 25 of my 2022 reading challenge, Reclaim Time to Read, where I'm aiming to read 50 books in 52 weeks this year. And the whole point of this is trying to reclaim a little bit more time in my busy working week to sit down, dive into a book and enjoy discovering new authors, new thinking. And I thought to mark this 25th week, this midway point, I'd tell you a little bit about what I'm reading now and pick out a few books I've really enjoyed and that I'm going to be dipping into soon. So this week's current read in week 25 is Overwhelmed, Work, Love and Play When No One Has the Time by Bridget Schultz. I'm not far into it, but already much of what she has said in just the first couple of chapters has really resonated for me as a busy working parent. A book I read earlier in the year, this is still on the business books theme, was No Filter by Sarah Fryer, How Instagram Transformed Business, Celebrity and Culture. I don't normally read accounts of how businesses were launched and how they grew. I'm not so drawn to them, but this one I thought was brilliantly written and really fascinating. So I recommend it. And then coming up in a couple of weeks' time is a book I came across while I was researching books for the future of time, and it's called The Lonely Century by Norina Hertz, and it's destined to be a classic and brilliant, powerful and hopeful. I'm really looking forward to reading that. In terms of fiction, because I alternate my business books with my fiction books, probably the best fiction book I've read so far this year, I haven't got to wave at you because I borrowed it from the library, but it is The Anomaly by Hervé Letellier. It's translated from the French and it's like nothing else I've read. It's absolutely brilliant. I won't say any more, look it up, find out for yourself. A book I did enjoy reading as well, very different, is H is for Hawk by Helen Macdonald, about how she trains her own goshawk, but it's also a thoughtful reflection on bereavement, relationships, and finding new hope after dark times. And then coming up next week, I'll be reading the first book I've ever read by Ali Smith, The Accidental, which is about what happens to a family after an unexpected visit from a stranger. It sounds fascinating and gripping and just the kind of book I love to get stuck into. I hope some of these recommendations and suggestions have whetted your appetite to read some of them. If you'd like to look at the full list that I've read so far this year, you can find it at my website at helenbeedham.com/2022 reading challenge. And I post regularly on social media, so if you're dipping into any of those books, do let me know how you're getting on.